Hello, everyone, and welcome to our ninth episode of Only Fools and Collecting, where pretty much three grown men will talk and bore you to tears over figures. We have no one else to talk to, so we've got to talk to each other. So there we go.
Well, yeah.
So we got a nice short one today. I think it's safe to say because of New Year and all that. Not a lot's come out, but quite a bit's been sort of teased. So we just jump straight into it. With new this fortnight, Pete, what you got?
Well, it's not really. It's not really new because I've had it. I've had it a while, but I have completed my Lego UCS 1989 Batmobile vehicle, which is great fun to build. Really good design, and really enjoyed it. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm never going to own the Hot Toys one, so this to me is a good compromise. I think it's about 1/10 scale. I was looking at the measurements of the actual prop car, and it seems it's about 1/10, 1/11th. Not sure.
Nice.
Yeah, not sure all of it. That's what she said. Not
you just
sure.
Beat me to it.
But the internal dimensions are quite right because I don't know that you could get I don't even think you get a 1/12 scale figure in the seats. So I think the cockpit's probably a little bit smaller inside, but then that's fine because you can have that closed most of the time. But it does slide out like the proper one. Stuck some lights in, obviously front and back, and I'm hoping to get some that will, when I slide the cockpit open, that will light up as well. Because obviously, I've seen some kits online today on eBay, and it's got lights everywhere. They've got lights coming out the side vents, lights coming out the engine. I think it didn't have those. It just had proper lights, and it probably had cockpit lights, but you didn't see them when it was driving around. So I wanted mine to be more, more faithful to the movie one. So I've just gone with front lights, back lights, and the bit in the corner there. I just wanted to sort of show that I've done some, some edits of my own, some custom bits, because as brilliant as this is, there's still quite a few studs on show. As you can see, the front portion here, and I don't know why they do it. I get that people might say, well, it's not a model; it is a Lego kit, so it doesn't matter to have a few studs on. But to me, there's some bits that were just so easy to change and look so much better. There's sections down the side as well, along by the cockpit, that they've got studs. I just think, for the sake of buying up a few bags of the flat black
smooth pieces,
it looks so much better, and especially the roof. Like I've done all that in pieces because they've got a piece where it's got like a C shape of studs on the rear bit, and then in front of it there's like a square panel, but it's matte when the rest of it's shiny, and it's got a horrible like dimple thing in the middle, where obviously where they mold it, and it just looks shit. And I thought, so. But obviously, with a few small modifications, it's great. Really love it. So
there's a whole nother world of Lego modifications out there, isn't there?
There is,
beyond buying the basic set. Like people are like really into it.
It's amazing because that's what I did. I built my X-wing and my snow speeders, but quite often, they give you the parts list and you can use Bricklink and stuff to buy the parts, but they don't. You don't have instructions as such, so you have to basically break down the 3D model and then build it back up again and put in the bits where. So it's quite a challenge.
Until you showed us all of this, I had no idea about Bricklink.
No, I didn't.
About any of this lighting kits, modelling, any of it. I just thought you bought a kit, you built it, that was it. Job done. Yeah. Didn't know about any of it.
No, because interestingly, Bricklink has now been acquired by Lego. So it's going to become like an official kind of online marketplace for. I don't know what actual difference it will make, but obviously they've spied an opportunity there.
Money.
Yeah, they're going to take their little cut of it, and there's big money in Lego. I mean, there's sets on there like someone's built a proper scaled minifigure scale AT-AT, and if you build that bastard, you're looking at over £1,000 worth of Lego bricks.
What?
Lego's expensive. So actually, when you buy a Lego set, quite often you're getting quite good value for money, although they seem expensive. But piece by piece, they talk about like £1 pence per piece or something ratio.
Yeah.
When you buy a Lego set. So this one's like 3,500 pieces. It's quite a good value, and I've only had to spend, another 10, 20 quid to customize it and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
I suppose by the time you've done all that, it's worth it in the end.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
it amazes me how much, I suppose, when you put it like that, when you buy the kit, they might seem expensive, but when you go on like Britlink, if you were to order all those separate pieces,
it'll be 2-3 times what the Lego set would be.
I think paying through the arsehole.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the same when you go in the Lego stores.
Yeah.
You go in Lego stores, they have a big wall of like loose Lego, and it costs a fortune to buy it all, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
So I think like the mindset is quite often, buy a set and just add that extra 10% to it to make it, just that extra level. So I love it. It's cool.
It looks sweet with the lights on and everything.
Yeah. The lighting really makes it. Makes it.
Yeah. So that was.
You need to get a big yellow one for the afterburner.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they do. You can get. I have probably got some flames that I could stick in there, so I might do that.
Chap one of those LED candles in there, it'd be fine.
Yeah. So I built it over Christmas, so that's kind of my thing. So yeah.
Cool. Go on, Steve. What you got?
I got the knockoff Stan Lee, the Comic Legends by Woo Toys.
Yeah.
This has been sold out everywhere for a while. And I mean, to be honest, I skipped the original Hot Toy. I kept on putting off buying it, and then he goes and dies, doesn't he? And then they're all up for £1,000 each. I was like, well, that's not happening. And then this got announced, and I didn't jump on it straight away because I was a bit. It was straight after he died, and I was like, oh, they're just making money off his death. But in the end, I thought, oh, I'm a bit of an idiot, really, because I've always wanted a Stan Lee for ages. So I thought, KG Hobby had a couple left, or they got a couple of cancellations or whatever over Christmas. So I ordered it. It came a few days ago. I've just literally opened it today, and to be fair, it is a cracking figure.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, you get loads of like little bits with it. The details. I mean, I think this is probably the same on the Hot Toys one, but like what, even on the he wears a ring on each hand, like one on his wedding ring, and then the other on the little finger on the other hand. But they're there on every single hand, even like the Spider-Man hand.
Wow,
and all that. So they've copied.
I wouldn't
the
have expected them to do that.
Yeah,
no, it's good. And then you get the little comics. You get his comics, his drawing boards, the storyboards and all that. You get little pencils that he would have drawn the comics with.
Cool.
It is really cool.
How much
you get little frame. I think it was about $160, so about 130 quid.
Yeah,
we got Quinn in the chat here, who's sneaking the casting while he's at work. Employee of the week there.
There you go.
It looks cool, actually.
Yeah, I was really impressed with it. I might get some little accessories to go with it, like a little director's chair and stuff like that.
A little drawing board or something would be really cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've seen a few diorama. I think Dean does a backdrop.
He does a comic shop, doesn't he?
Right,
comic shop. Yeah, I'm so tempted to do that, but I'd need to rearrange with the Dolphs to get that in there. But I do like. I've seen a few people do it where Stan's like sat down doing a signing, and then all the other figures are lining up waiting to have the comic signed. I've seen a few people do it. That is a good way of doing it.
See, I always thought someone like Woo Toys, if they just released the head sculpt and the handsets, and just did those as a pack, they'd make a mint. People,
they would be really good quality.
Yeah, because you could just bash a couple of the odd cameos he did, stick them in with your collection, and you know what?
I was thinking of trying to get like a Hugh Hefner style smoking jacket. I can't remember which Iron Man film he does it, but I love that scene. It's one of his best cameos.
See, I would have had him dressed up as the UPS guy with Tony. Definitely would have had that.
There's so many options. I mean, there's how many Marvel films is it? Best part of 20?
20,
yeah. So you've got that many cameos to choose from, haven't you?
Yeah. He even pops up in the Teen Titan Goes to the Movies.
Oh, really?
Even though it's DC, he pops up in that, and they go, "No, Stan, this isn't Marvel." And off he pops. It's really good. It's a really, really good sort of because I think that came out after he died. So it's a really good little
right.
kind of little nod to him.
Yeah,
I thought it was really good.
No, but it's definitely worth picking up. I mean, there'll probably be another knockoff at some point. I can imagine it'll get done again. But if anyone's been on the fence, there's not many of these left to buy before people are going to start asking the fortune for them. So
yeah,
it's definitely worth jumping on if you're on the fence.
Definitely, definitely. Cool. I like that.
I think that's me. That's me this fortnight. But I've got so much coming in.
You're the pre-order king. You are. You just pre-order everything, don't you?
I just haven't.
I keep getting invoices of late.
I haven't pre-ordered anything. Nothing. I can't do it. Everything I look at, it's like 2 years' time, and I go,
it is now, yeah.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to do it.
I've only got one pre-order in with TNS, which is the season 7, I think it is. Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is due out spring, I think, sometimes. So
yeah.
Problem is places like Toys Wonderland, you've got Tim Sen and all of that. I mean, you look at the prices they're getting some of the stuff in for, isn't that unreasonable? And you don't have to pre-order and bang, you get it. It's like day one release in Hong Kong. I mean, look at Bespin Leia and Crate Luke and all that, like 150 quid. No brainer. Yeah. You're just gonna fucking do it. But yeah, anyway, my new this fortnight. So my missus every year for my birthday and Christmas runs out of ideas for stuff to get me, so I end up getting Lego, which I don't mind at all. I quite like Lego. I find it very, very therapeutic. So she got me a Lego Yoda, which I fucking love. It's really cool. The only problem I had,
quite big.
It is big. With the saber, it's probably about the size of my head, so I've got quite a huge melon, and it is quite. It's fucking hefty. The only problem I had with it was I'm colorblind, so I can't tell the difference between shades. If you put two colors the same, like if you put two greens next to each other and they're very similar, I can't tell the difference, which caused lots and lots of aggro when I was a painter decorator for years. To me, a green's green, a red's red. There's not really that many shades. So as a painter, it does make things a bit challenging. But,
I was going to say, how on earth do you paint?
Yeah.
I think it's because you kind of know what a face looks like. So if I know what it looks like to me and I paint it and it looks all right to me, it must be all right, because the colours I see, as long as I'm replicating those, it should be fine. That's my weird logic on it. But with this, all of the coat, all his like robe is all this creamy colour. And then what they do is they put this tiny, thin red line around the bit you're meant to be building.
Yes. Yep.
I can't see it. That red line. I can just about make the fucker out. So it took me fucking ages. And then I was building it, and I had gaps in it. And in the end, I just started filling in the robe, because I was like, no fucking chance. No idea. So that took me that took me longer than the Falcon. I've got the Force Awakens Falcon. That didn't take me half the time that this fucker did. Like this really took ages. But it's worth it.
It's not the same color, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of it is. It's very kind of. Whereas with the Falcon, I was like, oh yeah, this is different, and this is different, and this is different, this is different. Yeah. There's a lot of this that's the same. So it's only really when you make a whole side of it up that you go, right, that looks really cool. Because all the time you're doing it, you're like, fucking more beige, more fucking beige. I can't do it.
Yeah, and it comes together at the end, and you're like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. So that was one of my Christmas presents, which was good. And then it finally arrived. I finally had it. It took a whole month to get here. This is the Def Toys Bane kit with a M34 body. Now, the little backstory behind this one is I started using Toys Wonderland. I ordered a Crate Luke with EMS delivery that cost me like fucking 40 quid. And then it was meant to be there within 6 days. About two and a half weeks later, I finally got it, because it must have just been sitting in customs unscanned for like weeks. So I thought, all right, not their problem. Happens to the best of us. And I thought, well, do you know what? I'm going to try normal Hong Kong post, because I know it's slower, but typically I get stuff. If I order a head sculpt from Hong Kong off of eBay, it will turn up within about 2 weeks. So I thought, and I've ordered off 1/6 kit plenty of times, all turns up within about a fortnight. Sometimes quicker. I've had stuff turn up in a week from him before.
So
I thought I'll give it a go. A fucking month this cunt took. A month. I was like, for fuck's sake. And you know when you keep checking the tracking, it don't happen. It just ain't shifting. I mean, he must have been in the air, underwater, fuck knows for how long. But it's finally here, and I'll probably order kind of one more thing off them and see how it goes with postage. But I was like, for fuck's sake. But the kit itself, really, really good. I'm really impressed with it.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah.
So when you ordered it, you had the choice between an M34 and an M35. I don't like the M35 bodies on Banes because they're just too big to me. The shoulders are really broad. The legs are quite big.
It's the biceps, isn't it? Different as well.
Yeah. So he just looks too hench. And when you actually look at him in the film, he's not. He's ripped, but he's more fat bloke ripped. He's not like
massive,
rippling with muscles.
He's not even this big, really, but I think his looks better. And
yeah. So I thought I'll go for the smaller body. And I've watched a few reviews on this kit, and a few people have said, "Oh, well, actually, one person in particular, Mr. Positive, was like, oh, it's so easy to put together. I thought it was going to be a nightmare." Fuck off! It's a cunt to put together. I'm telling you now, it is a nightmare. The straps are a shitbag. So you've got the straps on the belt that you do up. It comes already done on one side and undone the other. Start doing it up, pull it nice and tight. They will come off the other side. fucking brilliant. The vest itself. So you have a strap that comes over and then has like these elastic bits that go over that to hold that in place. Then underneath that, you've got another one on a normal kind of in and over strap. So you're trying to kind of fiddle with them and adjust those. But what I thought was good, and I don't know if the Hot Toys one is like this, is on the back he has two lots of like ribbon, not ribbon, like rope bits that all coming together like that, and they're on these two pieces of leather. They're on poppers, so you unpop those and you can actually get it on him, which is great. But you still have to adjust it to get it to where it is. So it took me a while, to be honest. The easiest part was probably the gauntlet of things, because you get one with a thumb hole in, which goes on his left-hand side, and then the other one's just a straight in with no thumb hole. But I think I took the jumper and the coat and just chucked them straight in the box. They were great. The coat's really well tailored and really, really nice, but the collar's huge, and I think the Hot Toys one's like that as well. Like, it doesn't quite sit right with me. And if I've gone for a seamless body, I might as well fucking have it on display. But what I like about the bodies is you can do this pose, you can do the whole crossing the arms and stuff like that, which you can't really do on most other.
No.
But yeah, proper impressed with that kit. I think all in all it was about 170 with postage and all that. So
a bit pricey with the body.
That's with the body.
Yeah, that's good.
So
you pay 60 to 70 for the body.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at the price of the Hot Toys ones, people want between £200 to £300 for them. So I was like, I'm not paying that. I want Bane. I want him for my Dark Knight collection, but I'm not fucking paying that. I'm not paying that at all. No. But yeah, this ticks all the boxes. Really. Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. And then I wasn't going to buy anything. I said to myself, no, you twat, you got Christmas coming up. Don't do anything. I'm buying a clothes set off Pete. That's going to cost me money. Just fucking leave it. Don't touch anything. And I have a habit of just going on eBay and just flicking through. And then all of a sudden, this boxed Scum and Villainy Jabba the Hutt came up. £200 shipped. And I thought, oh, you fucker. Because I've wanted one of these for ages. And they're always flat around the £300 mark. It was a bit of a punt because it was a comic book shop that was selling it. They didn't have any pictures of it apart from the box. So I was a bit like, oh, this could be awkward. So I thought, nah, fuck it. And I ordered it on...
Are they selling it as sealed then?
No. No, it was used, but no pictures of it at all, apart from the box. And I thought, well, I could message him, but I thought, well, I can't be asked. And I think I ordered it on the 23rd, and it turned up Christmas Eve next day. Bang. Wow. I thought, fuck me, I was waiting for that week after Christmas. After waiting for a month for Bane, I thought there's no chance this fucker's going to get here anytime soon. And bang, turned up the next day, and this is fucking big. I didn't even know if it was even going to fit in these display cases, but it does. And as you can see just over my shoulder, things I have to angle it a little bit. So there's no way I can get the throne. The throne ain't going to fit in there. No. What I could do is kind of build my own, make it the length, but then you wouldn't get the bit behind him or these little fucking weed jar thing he's got. But I thought one thing I wanted to do was maybe try and repaint the eyes and maybe give it an orange wash, because for some reason Sideshow, and I think they've done this on the new one as well, have made him like a green. He's very green on this one. I think the new one, he's a darker green. But he's orange. He's got an orange tint to him, so I don't quite know why they made him green.
So is he? Is it polystone? Is he a heavy?
No, he's plastic and he's hollow. So if you flip him upside down, there's this big circle on the bottom where he was obviously casted, and then they've filled that in with a separate piece and glued it. So he's super light. He doesn't weigh anything at all, but he's massive. Which I was quite glad about, because my Emperor's throne is polystone, and that weighs a ton. So I thought this thing, if that was made out of polystone, you'd be fucked. It would weigh a lot, wouldn't it? Yeah, because I think the old Scum and Villainy throne was polystone. Yeah, I think that was meant to weigh quite a bit. But so I'm super happy with this. But now I've had to rearrange the collection a bit and try and get some of the Return of the Jedi sort of Jabba's Palace stuff together. So I've dug out the old Hasbro Hanning Carbonite, and I'll be painting that up. And Bob was on the shelf with them. And I was even gonna, that other head I got off Craig, I was gonna do the Luke in the robe, in the cloak there as well, but it just looks a bit bare at the moment. So
you need to get a Salacious Crumb to sit next to him.
I'll tell you, I wanted a Salacious Crumb and I wanted a Boba Fett, and I had a look. And 170 quid someone wanted for Boba Fett. That fuck was 50 quid a year ago. You couldn't move. If you had that, you had it for sale, you could not get rid of that.
No.
And I'm not paying 170 quid for it.
Yeah, it'll come back down. It's just because it's Star Wars season at the moment, isn't it?
I know. That's the thing. I'm probably the exception to the rule of getting this cheap.
I'm surprised he got that cheaper this time of year.
It was just mental. I was looking at, and I was looking at it and had a look at the others on there, and they were all about 150 £150 more.
Yeah, well, it's going to go really, really, really quiet on Star Wars in a few months, isn't it? So because there's nothing coming out really. Because Mandalorian later this year, that's the next thing that's coming out.
Because the Salacious Crumb came in a 3-pack, didn't it, with a couple of other creatures?
Yeah. So there was.
And that's goes for what, 150, 200, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. I think because with the new, it's almost worth, because I think the new Jabba comes with. I think he comes with the throne, and with the throne you get Salacious Crumb and the pack, and the creatures are in the pack. So it's going to be hard. But then with all this 3D printing malarkey, I'm sure I could get someone to print me one. Yeah. I'll probably make a section of the throne and have a Salacious Crumb 3D printed.
Well, you just need his little crack pipe, don't you?
Yeah, that's the thing, because he's got the holding hand for it. It's there. I might have to hit Sean up and see what he can do for me. So that was so I've done. To be fair, I've done all right over the Christmas period. I can't quite imagine that I'm going to do as well in the next couple of months. I'm going to be listing a few bits and pieces to try and raise a bit of money for this clothing kit I'm getting off Pete.
There's a new update on that. Apparently, Iris was hoping to post out this week, I think, but she's said that there's about another 2-week delay on getting the run finished. But it should be middle of this month that it ships out.
Suits me down to the ground.
Yeah.
Gives me a bit more time.
Yep.
But yeah, cool. So that was our new releases. I think we've done all right. So
Nice.
next up is sorry, not our new releases. Our new this talk night. So the new releases that have come out, we've got the long-awaited, the Hot Toys Justice League Superman. This is out now, and it will set you back 250 quid. They can fuck right off.
Yeah.
I ain't paying 250 quid for that.
Oh, I mean, look at the shoulders. It just looks horrendous.
I don't know why. It looks like he's got watermelons.
Yeah.
I think someone said it looks like he's like got American football shoulder pads done under his outfit, and then his biceps are way too small. Have we got a photo of the head as well? Is that later on, the way it lights up?
That's on the.
The light. That's it. The light bleeding in the mouth and all.
You see,
shocking.
When you see that head without the lights, because I'm not a light. I make no bones about it. I don't like light art features. When you see it when it's not lit, it doesn't look too bad. From the nose up, I hate what the fuck is up with the teeth?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like the teeth, the top teeth are huge, and the and the bottom teeth are tiny. And
I thought those teeth had been photoshopped in.
No, I think that's it.
I believe those are the real teeth.
That's it. I mean, when I first saw that photo, I thought it had been modded. I didn't realise that was the real.
That's how real it really is. Yeah.
I mean, I think the camera's picking up the light a bit poorly as well. But it's still bleeding through the mouth, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the pic. I mean, the actual figure. It's not that different from the BVS one, is it?
It's a fucking repaint all day long.
Yeah.
All day long. I think they've fucked about. They fucked about with the body. They've beefed it up a bit. They put them weird watermelon shoulders on. They probably chromed a few more bits of it. Repainted the suit, slapped it on, and they've used the same head sculpt as the Batman versus Superman one.
They just don't care about DC anymore, do they?
No,
they really don't.
No, it was almost like they got to a point where they just needed to release it. They just needed it out, and this is what happened. I mean, if I had the previous version, I wouldn't be upgrading.
No, you wouldn't, would you? Not at all. Unless you really love the colour of the suit. Well, that's all right. But then,
in which case, though, I would send it off to have it repainted.
Yeah.
To me, it's just it's not
worth it. I thought that Roadblock figure had big shoulders, Steve, but these are something else.
They are. That's a weird decision to do this. Like
the thing that makes them worse, and the thing that highlights it more, is the fact they're ribbed for no one. If they weren't ribbed, I wouldn't be drawn to it. But that's the first thing you kind of look at.
These are ribbed for no one's pleasure, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's just
No.
Tell you what, though, I mean, talking about Hot Toys in DC, I mean, I was talking to some guys today about what figures they've actually announced in the last year, and I think it was two. One was the TV show Flash in October, and the only other thing they've announced this year was that Two-Face.
The one that just came out.
The Toy Fair one.
They haven't done a DC figure since last year, apart from those two, and you can't even count the Two-Face as a new figure, really. But they just have that completely given up, and then they haven't done a Joker figure for the Joker movie.
Right.
They just don't care anymore.
No. Did you hear about the cool alternate ending that they were thinking of going with Joker?
No.
I was reading about it the other day, and bit of a tangent.
Sorry, that was on. It was on the Fat Man podcast. Yes,
that's it. Yeah, so he was talking. So it's the same scene at the end of the talking to the psychiatrist. He doesn't kill her, but he starts laughing, and she says something about, "Oh, what are you thinking of?" He says, "Oh, it's a funny story," and then it flashes back to the Martha and what's his face. Thomas Wayne and Bruce coming out of the cinema. So it's then it's the Joker that kills Thomas and Martha, and then he walks away, and then he turns round, goes back and shoots Bruce.
Yeah, Yeah,
Oh, no way.
So the Batman never existed. Yeah.
I
Wow.
think that would have been a ballsy move if they'd done that.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
I think you would have got a load of fanboys pissing and moaning and
There would
complaining.
have been a lot of backlash, wouldn't there?
Yeah, but I think it would have been a brilliant ending.
It would have been. Yeah.
It's just something a bit different because it was already such an out there different film.
It would have worked.
Ended.
They always made a big point about it not being part of the main universe and all this kind of thing. They could have done it, and it would have been an amazing ending to what should be a standalone movie. I don't know if they are going to revisit it.
They are doing a sequel. Yeah,
okay, right. Yeah,
and because Bruce is alive, and they could even age him and flash forward to when Bruce is Batman, couldn't they? There's all sorts of options on the table now.
Yeah, they can literally do whatever they want.
But I think apart from Joker, the whole DC cinematic universe is in a mess, isn't it? They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, Birds of Prey looks shit.
Yeah, well, they don't stick with anything.
No,
and then they kind of cherry pick the characters that did reasonably well, like Harley Quinn, and go, okay, well, we'll do something with you. And then they go, hang on, we'll do another Suicide Squad, but we'll change the lead actor, and then we'll fuck about with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, but they can come back because they were popular, but not them. And then I think because of the length of time it's taken them to... The thing is, Marvel, because they bang shit out every year, if you have a character that hasn't popped up for 2-3 years, you don't realise. You just... Because there's so many coming out.
Yeah.
With the DC stuff, because they're so slow at releasing stuff, by the time it gets to the point where you think, all right, maybe it's a standalone Batman film, Ben Affleck has had he's had the shit ripped out of him for about 5 years, and he's gone, why the fuck do I want to do this?
Yeah.
And then everyone just slags it off and goes on about like Snyder cuts and stuff like that, and they've all, the actors and that in there just probably have gone, I could do without it.
Yeah.
I could go work on something else. I don't need the aggro. So I think because they don't release stuff as quickly, and I think people, and as well, and I've said it's the same with Star Wars, it's the same with everything else. People now just have an opinion about everything. Opinions are arseholes, everyone's got one, but you don't flash it out as much as you do when it comes to films.
Yeah.
People just can't leave well enough alone. And it's the same with DC. Like, everyone has to have their 2 pence in and slag it off. And then we don't, we get these mangled up films that no one really wants.
Yeah.
And then we don't get the figures from. The best thing they can do is, if they wanted to release figures, is go back and redo the 89 Batman stuff, release more characters from that kind of era.
Yeah.
People will buy them.
They showed us the
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, they showed that at Comic-Con, and there's nothing since.
No.
And Robin with his massive schlong.
Yep.
And it was the 80th year of Batman last year, and they didn't release a single Batman figure.
Well, they showed at one of the Comic-Cons, they showed the Joker helicopter from 89 Batman, one of the henchmen, the Joker's main henchman.
Yeah.
They've also showed the Bob the Goon.
Yeah.
They also showed the Ramiro Joker.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's never come out. So obviously
all the stuff people want.
Yeah, and you got Cyborg and stuff like that people, would have bought.
Catwoman and
Catwoman,
Penguin, yeah.
Riddler. I mean, even Two-Face from then, those series of films. I think these characters there, and I think people would buy them.
Yeah, there's no love for DC, is there, from Hot Toys?
No, I just can't see them doing it. I can't. No. I think.
Well, the next thing is Disney will buy Hot Toys, probably.
Probably.
It's heading that way, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Because at the moment, they're only really interested in, you've got Marvel makes money, Star Wars makes money, and then odd little releases like Winnie the Pooh.
Which is still Disney.
Which is still Disney. Yeah. But then you got like John Wick and stuff like that that you'll get Neo, you'll get odd little odds and sods like that, where they won't actually finish a line or give you any more characters. I mean, look at the Back to the Future line.
Yeah.
What? Fucking 3 figures and 1 vehicle. But they won't. But we've got no Biff. Haven't got a Back to the Future 1 Doc. Like, no. There's so much more they can do. But I don't blame them.
You've even got Alien and Predator, both owned by Disney now as well.
Yeah. And
So-
like, I don't blame Hot Toys if you're going to make what makes money.
Yeah,
You're not going to go.
Apparently, because they own all the Fox licenses, don't they? So I've heard they're rebooting Home Alone and Night at the Museum now.
Yeah, you see, I don't
Sorry,
mind.
you do Night at the Museum. It didn't came out 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know.
But the thing is, are they actually going to reboot them, or are they going to do like a Jumanji? So they just continue it, and it have some tenuous link to the old ones. I don't mind it when they do that. It's when they just completely discount what the film
new
before.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not the one with all the women, because that was shit.
That doesn't exist really.
And that's not because they don't have penises. That's just because it was a shit film. Yeah,
absolutely.
It wasn't great. So anyway, we've diverged on a little bit of a tangent.
Yeah.
So there was that one, and there was also no, that's not out yet, Pete.
Oh no! What have we got? Here we go.
There we go. So we have the Endgame Thanos. This will set you back £436 plus postage.
Yeah.
I've got Infinity War Thanos, and I'm quite comfortable with the Thanos that wiped the floor with the Avengers.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I like this. It looks really good, but it's just, I don't. If you didn't have a Thanos, then probably go for this one.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've got a Thanos, I don't know. I'd probably wait for the battle damage one to come out and then see what that comes with. But I mean, at this point, they can just make up fucking accessories to put with it, because they have with the Infinity Gauntlet. Just chuck whatever you want in.
It's the thing is, there's this whole debate now because people say, no, it should have come with the Nano Gauntlet and blah blah blah, because he doesn't wear the original one with this armor, and
he shouldn't come with any gauntlets.
No.
When he's in his clean armor, he literally sits his ass down, does fuck all.
Yeah.
Or he beats the shit out of the Hulk in the first Avengers game.
Yes.
In fact, actually, in Infinity War, was he wearing the gauntlet when he was beating the shit out of Hulk?
Yes.
Oh,
because it's just got the Power Stone in it at that point.
Yeah, it's got
the blue one.
Two stones, I think, hasn't it? But anyway,
kind of seeing them. The gauntlet.
They'll do a battle damage version of this that comes with the Nano Gauntlet, and that's what they'll do.
Yeah.
I mean, that shot on the left,
you get a lot of stuff.
That face is amazing in that shot. I know it's
but it's the same. I might be wrong here, but it looks like the same.
Yeah,
two sculpts we got with the Infinity War one.
Yeah. Yes.
Just with a helmet.
Yeah.
And I'd be worried about the helmet rubbing. Because after that Endor fucking helmet.
Yeah.
Because the more you put that on and off the official Hot Toys fucking head,
still damages that, does it?
It fucks the ears, the earlobes. It fucks them up. So I'd be worried about popping this helmet on and off. I mean, I'd always be worried about popping a helmet, but I'd always be worried about popping this one on and off.
I think if you buy this, you've got to make the decision that actually
it's either on or off.
I'd have it on. If you buy an armored Thanos, then have it all on there. But
because to be fair, you've got two helmets, you've got two heads, so you kind of stick it on one.
Yeah.
Do both the arms bend on this? Because they don't on the Infinity War, do they?
Yeah, the arms
they
bend.
do, but you get one fixed. You get a fixed arm as well, don't you?
Right.
Yeah. So I think both the arms on this one bend.
Yes.
Right.
So I'd be interested to see if it has, because on the Infinity War one, it has this weird on the arm when you bend the arms. It has this, because of the way the arms are hollow. They're not like a Python, and they're not solid like those. So when you bend it, it kind of bends as though you're bending a tube. You get that pinch point.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it kind of does that. So that's why you never see anyone really bending the arms too much on them, because it just looks fugly.
Right.
So it'd be interesting to see if these are thick, then they're going to be fine. It ain't going to do that. But if they're hollow like the original, like the Infinity War, then we got a problem.
Yeah.
But for 436 quid, it's probably a pass for me. I'm not paying that.
It's a lot of money.
There's a lot of cash in it. Is that like because it's first batch and all that?
Yeah, that's first batch and your postage on top. So if you went second
So
batch,
it'll still be 300 anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
Easily.
yeah, you're probably
350.
and 350 edging up to 4. So
yeah,
by the time you have postage on, so it's still expensive. I mean, let's say if you don't have the Infinity War version, then probably worth a consideration. But for me, I like I said, I quite like the version that kicked the Avengers ass.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's been a pretty slow one, to be fair. Two new releases over the Christmas period, but upcoming releases we've got a fair bit. So if we go back to that Captain America slide,
yeah. I'm pretty sure I owned this figure about 6 years ago.
I'm pretty sure most people did, to be fair. I mean, this is out Q2 3 2021. By the time we've all got thoroughly fed up of the Avengers and can't be asked, it'll be out.
Yeah.
And it is £271, and that's a batch 1.
Loads of people are on about buying 2 of them as well, aren't they? So they can have recreate that scene.
I mean, we all know it's going to be better than the original release.
Yeah.
But if you've got
that's a new original, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you've got the original release, I can see people parting bits of this out. So you could probably pick up the head sculpts. You could probably pick up the case. I mean, it's going to be better, but how much better? I mean, I think the suit looks more vibrant. It definitely looks brighter. It looks quite a lot different than the first one. But at this point, unless they're going to start doing the other Avengers, are you going to bother? Because you could only really have this in an Endgame set, really, because if you stick this next to the first release Thor, and you might as well take Thor outside and burn it in a fucking dumpster. Like that thing is shocking. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not being into Marvel in a way, but I like it. I do, but I just
the only other option you've got is to do what I've done and just pick the best version from the best film that you like it from, if you know what I mean. I've got AAU Cap next to Dark World Thor, next to Iron Man, the third Mark III armor, and then Avengers Hulk. None of my Marvel figures are from the same.
No, I'm the same. And that's what really pissed me off about that Mint and Seal box episode sometime last year, where they were slagging people off, saying, "Oh well, if you mix and match your figures, then you're a dick." And I'm thinking that's probably what most people do, because we haven't got the money or the space to have complete lines. Avengers, Civil War, Age of Ultron. I'm the same.
Version of each character isn't from the same line anyway.
No, exactly. No. So I'm the same as you. I've got Civil War Cap. I've got Dark World Thor. I've got Mark 46 concept Iron Man, Avengers Hulk, the Spider-Man from Homecoming. And
you're totally missing the point if you say that, because collecting what collecting's really about is you buy what you like. People that don't do that are completely missing the point.
Yeah. I mean, I've got fucking Deadpool in with my Marvel lot, and I've got Logan I'm the same.
They're in there. I've got the Wolverine Origins Wolverine, and then Deadpool in with me Avengers, because I've just got one Marvel cube with them all in.
I've got them standing next to Thanos. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I like them. They look. To me, I wanted a cube of Marvel. I didn't want. And plus, like I say, you look at the first Avengers releases. Barring the Iron Man, they're not that great.
I think the Hulk stands out, doesn't it? Because
I forgot about Hulk. So Hulk's pretty good. But
you've got the Avengers ones as well, Steve, have you?
Yeah, I love it. I would never change that.
See, all I've done with mine is I've got the second head sculpt from the Gladiator Hulk on mine.
Right. Yeah.
Because I had that figure, then I sold it off without that head sculpt.
That Gladiator Hulk is very nice, though. That's the only one I have, I think.
It was nice, but I don't know. I had that and the Thor, and they just felt a bit gimmicky. And I thought, ultimately, I thought I don't need two Hulks, and I wouldn't get rid of the Avengers one, because I think he's really good.
Yeah, it is. It's still a great
See,
figure.
I like the Age of Ultron one with the swappable torsos, but then I don't know what you would do with the second torso. It would just have to sit in the box.
Yeah, I've seen people display it with just like the torso, like a random torso.
Yeah,
next to the figure.
like a bust or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you make the best one I've seen is someone made a Dio where he was smashing through the wall, so you couldn't see the legs, and that was probably the best way I think anyone could display it.
Yeah,
is have it smashing through something, but then you kind of want that away from the normal Hulk because otherwise it just looks weird. But yeah, so that's probably a pass for me. And plus, you know, it's at 2021. Like it's at way down the line. So
no.
If I feel like picking it up in a year's time, then I'll fucking do it. If not, then nope, not for me.
No.
And then Hot Toys have also announced these 12-inch Spider-Man. It's effectively the Hall of Armor, but for Spider-Man from the game. I think
this is just blatantly replacing Iron Man, isn't it now?
Yeah. So these are only 12 centimeters, so they're not the biggest in the world. I quite like it. I think it looks all right. It's a bit different, but as you said, it's a blatant. This is the new Iron Man. I think these will set you back 179 quid, and they're out Q2, Q3 this year. I like them. I wouldn't buy them, but I like them.
Are they just solid plastic, non-articulated?
They don't move.
No,
they don't move. I think they light up, and you just stick them on a shelf, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you display them with. I think you'd have to just have them on their own, but they're all right.
And what are these ones they've chosen? They've obviously chosen 6. And
so you've got the one on the left is the advanced suit that you get shortly after trashing the suit next to it, because that's the one you start off with at the very beginning. And then you've got the 2099 suit, which is the blue and red one. I can't remember what the white one in the middle is, or the other two, to be fair, but they're all in the game. I mean, it gives. I suppose it gives people a little bit of hope that they're going to actually release some more 6-scale stuff. Because I know the fourth one along from the left is the Velocity suit. So I know people have been going mental about that.
Okay.
The white one?
No, next to that.
The other one, the blue one. Okay.
Yeah, so people have been going nuts over that, so they want that in 6-scale.
Okay.
So yeah,
then
we have the Hall of Armor. So they're also doing a 12 centimeter Hall of Armor from Iron Man 3. This is exactly the same price, 179 quid, and it'll be out about the same time.
So that's for the bottom lot, isn't it? That's 1 to 7, and then I guess it's the same amount for the top row as well.
Yeah. So
and you've got that bloody neon tech wall.
Hey, what's that doing there? I'd have the bottom, but I wouldn't have the top. That top row is just they're all second rate.
Yeah.
Ones, aren't they?
But I think this is the problem when you go on about Iron Man 3 armors. It gets to a certain point when they're on screen for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, it's all part of the house protocol. All right, people want to collect that, but I don't know. For me, it's just I'm done with it. Like I don't want the house protocol anymore. It's just
the thing about it, no one seems to be talking about the fact that there's 34 missing Iron Man armors between Mark 50 and 85.
Yeah.
So at some point we are getting another film with another 34 armors in.
100%.
And then we're going to get another 34 Hot Toys armors coming out.
Because everyone expected those to pop up in Endgame.
Yes, yeah.
There was going to be a sequence of armors, but nothing.
Now, whether he's made them all for his daughter and she's going to wear them all, I don't know. But that's going to happen at some point. They're going to show us all them armors. And
we've got a comment from Marvin. Happy New Year, mate. And his first time is actually catching us live.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, he's probably seen the unedited, unpolished version for the first time. Well, I haven't gone and cut all the fucking mistakes that we make. We sound really good on the podcast, But when you're watching this live, you realise how much of a shower of shite we actually have. But yeah, Hall of Armour. Nah, you're right. Can't be asked with that. Now this I can be asked with. So this is Jazz Inc. has been fucking on it with the Falcon cockpit, and he's been
massive.
He's been putting so many updates out. It's fucking mental. This thing is fucking huge.
Yeah, I couldn't find the picture again of his son holding it.
It's a proper 2 arms, isn't it, to try and lift it?
Yeah.
And the last update, they started painting the exterior.
Right.
It just looks so good, and obviously it's all going to be lit and that. So this at the moment, I've only got the price in dollars, which is $1,208.79, whatever the fuck they've got. It's all fucking made up money. And they are out, and it's out June 2020.
How?
Yeah.
How?
I know.
Bloody hell! I mean, that's a lot of thing to build.
Yeah.
This man has a full-time job. He does this on the side. He knocks out 5 or 6 big projects a year.
It's amazing.
Plus backlog of other projects. I mean, is he fucking squiddly diddly? I don't know how he does it.
No,
I don't know how he does it.
He must be on speed.
Because his 66 Batmobile is pretty much ready to go as well.
Full promo of that as well.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, he must be off his tits on crack, running around that workshop. It's just, I mean, he's just a
someone else.
Man.
Doggy Doc. He was posting today. He was posting all the projects he's got on the go today, and he's got a full-time job as well. And he just said he said he's got a really understanding wife. Like every spare minute of every day he's in his room doing all custom projects.
She's happy spending all his money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm sure he earns a fair bit off on the side.
Yeah. I struggle getting 2 evenings a night just to do some fucking painting, let alone building Millennium Falcon cockpits and fucking Batmobiles. Fuck.
Unreal.
But yeah, this if I had the money and the space,
it would be awesome.
Yeah. I'd be.
I mean, just look at the size of the. I mean, you've got Han and Chewie in those 2 seats there, in front of each other, and that's just the front bit of the cockpit.
Yeah.
And that is just crazy how big that is.
Yeah, and unlike the Batman versus Superman Batmobile, it looks like they can sit down quite comfortably.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah,
the seat's almost not too big.
It is really cool.
If I had a grand.
You can imagine it painted with lights. It's going to look.
Yeah. The lights will make it. It'll be.
It wouldn't surprise me. What I would quite like if he did was just to release that back section with the door.
Yes.
If he released that on its own as its own mini kind of Dio,
yeah,
it would go like fucking hotcakes.
You have hands kind of leaning against the side, and
because you have. I can't remember what figure it came with, but there was one figure that came with like the side of the Falcon. Do you know those ribbed panels?
There's, I think there's a premium format Han Solo that's just come out, sideshow one that's got that.
I've seen someone posing the 6-scale figure with it,
right?
With just that side bit,
right?
But if he did that whole just back bit by the door, when it all lit up, I'd be on that, 100%. But yeah, he's fucking killing it lately. So
nobody has asked what scale that's for. Well, it's 1/6.
Yeah,
that's why it's so bloody huge.
It's long. It's meaty. It's got the girth to it.
Yes.
I mean, it's a fucking eye-watering experience.
Definitely a 2-hander, that, isn't
it? Yeah. What scale is that? Yeah, I think we just covered that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, hang on. Look, this is a good comment. I just noticed this one. Marvin thinks with the best intro in Ox.
Yes, I saw that.
Thank you. He's been ripped off from Only Fools and Horses, but don't tell anyone.
No.
YouTube would. Perfectly illegally. the next one is so this is the promo edition of Spider-Man, and they've revealed the old lady head sculpt for Tom Holland.
Yeah, Dan's been going to town on this one, hasn't he?
Oh, it reminds me of one of the Golden Girls, and I can't quite figure out which one. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen the normal Hot Toys. This is it on a stick. This is it painted by one of our top men, and it looks great. But in the promo shots, I don't know if it's the angle. I don't know if it's the flick of hair across the face. Yeah. At the same time, he looks really old and really young.
Yeah.
And to be fair, if you've got fucking Spider-Man, most people do the standard. I'm going to take the head and kit bash, stick it on a teenage body and fucking kit bash Peter Parker.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have it on the Spider-Man, but I don't know. What do you guys think about it?
No, I wouldn't. And the necks never really quite work out properly.
This one doesn't look too bad.
His head looks too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have actually got this figure on order because I'm just really curious to see what it looks like in hand and if it's any better than the ASM2 figure. But I don't know. I definitely wouldn't have it with that head on.
No, I mean, I like the Spider-Man. I think that looks really good.
Yeah.
But I just the Blanche head, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. No, that's why, because this is more of a classic comic look suit, isn't it? That's why I ordered it, just to see what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
When's that due out then, Steve?
I have no idea. Middle of the year, I think.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
You just don't care. You're just chucking.
He just fucking pre-orders everything, Steve.
I forget what I've got on order, I really do. And then I see something pop up. Oh, yeah, I've got that on order.
Until the invoices come through, it's like,
exactly that. You get 3 at once.
Yeah. That's why he's got an arsehole like a foggle and he has to pay off these pre-orders somehow. Anyway, enough about the chewed orange of Steve's arsehole. So we are, Toys Wonderland have started doing, and this is probably godsend for people like me. They're starting to do payment plans. Assuming that I can order something and it gets here within a month, 2 months, I'm going to start doing this once I've committed to paying Pete his lovely money for the lovely indie suit. I think this is how I'm going to go with some of my figures, because there's stuff I want and there's stuff that I think that's a bit pricey, but if I can spread it out, I think they do it over 3 months, so I thought it was worth a little plug, because I have been a bit harsh on them over the speed of which they've been delivering me shit. But I thought that was worth a mention.
It's quite funny. I went on the website to have a look, and basically every time you click next, it comes flying on the screen. It spins around, and it's like, I got it.
It's so irritating. You think that's fucking irritating? You want to try researching the prices for this, because every time I go on there to have a look to see how much something is, and I click to the next page, this thing just fucking twats me in the face. So I was like, okay, fine. Maybe if I mention it, it'll go away.
It's
cool.
Yeah.
So we are now on to The Witcher for TV and games. So I'm on 5th, 6th episode. I don't know if you guys have managed to catch any of this yet.
I've not started it yet. It's on my list, but I've not started it.
I've watched about half the first one, so I haven't really got a flavour of it yet.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
And I've never really been into the games at all.
No, I've never played them.
So
I've not done this, but
I think The Wild Hunt is currently on Xbox Game Pass, and because of watching The Witcher, I've gone back and downloaded it to play it, because I played the second Witcher game. I really, really enjoyed it. But apparently, this series is set way before the games.
It's more to do with the books, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. So I was a bit hesitant watching it, thinking, I don't know, I'm just going to be thinking that's Superman. Yeah. I know that arse chin anywhere. That's Cavell. But I love it. I think it's really good. I mean, my problem is I've been trying to kind of squeeze it in throughout Christmas, and I've always started turning them on at about 10:30, 11:15.
Yeah.
So for a fair few of them, I can tell you how it started. I can tell you bits of the middle, and I probably can't tell you about the end.
No.
But there's a particular song in there that's gone round on on Facebook and YouTube. I can't get the fucking thing out of my head. I cannot get it out of my head. But it's well worth a watch. And I think what I'd heard was it was trying to shamelessly fill the gap that Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones had left. I didn't get that vibe from it at all. It's completely different to me.
I started watching it with the missus. So I thought, see what she thinks. And we've got about half an hour in. And I think it's quite sort of talky, the first episode. There's a little bit of action right at the beginning, and then it's quite slow. So she's sort of like, gone, no, I'm bored of this. And but I'm going to pick it up and watch some more. But it's funny. She said, you know what he sounds like? Lego Batman. And I said, yeah, you got a point there.
He does. Yeah.
But then apparently there's people commenting on Facebook that apparently it's a very good impression of the computer game voice.
It's a very, I mean, Geralt in the game is a very, very gruff kind of voice. But yeah, they do sound very similar. They do.
Yeah. I thought it was quite funny. I just imagine him like with his lobster and.
Nah, but it's worth. I mean, I'll pick it back up and carry on watching. I'm going to try and finish it off by the time I go back to work. But yeah, so that was. I just thought that might be worth a bit of a first impressions.
We'll be watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I just haven't got onto it yet.
Cool. And now we're on to my favourite section, group shenanigans. And I thought, being the season of goodwill and all of that it might be a bit quiet. But no, Toys era have rushed in. Facebook ads have rushed in, and weird nude Harley Quinns have come marching. So yeah, so this has made me laugh a bit, and this happens quite frequently with quite a lot of figures, where we get some promo shots that are done within first of all, their top painters painted, that is done in professional conditions, all photographed, all lovely jubbly. It comes out and we get some twat with a Nokia 3310, snap a couple of photos under the brightest fucking light ever. And go,
warehouse lighting.
Yep. And go, well, this is shit. Well, of course it's going to be. I don't quite know what they expected. Now, I'm personally going to wait and see how it looks when someone who doesn't take photos with a fucking potato can take some photos of it. Now, 100% do not think that the paint is anywhere near as good as the promo.
No.
But for 160 quid, what you're actually getting, I don't think it looks that bad. I don't think, when you look at some of Toy Era's past mistakes, like the laughter figure that came out, I think it could be a hell of a lot worse. I think the scopes are good. I think now for me, because I like to paint stuff, if I'd pre-ordered it, I would still keep it, and I would probably just have a stab at repainting it.
Yeah.
But I just think people are jumping on the bandwagon pretty quick. And to be fair, it could be a pile of shit when it turns up. But
the thing is, though, I paid 140 quid for it, but you're getting 3 sculpts. The tailoring doesn't look too bad. The paint will be better than that picture. It won't be like the promo, but it'll be somewhere in the middle. I've got it coming in a couple of weeks' time, so I'll have a much better idea of what it looks like in hand. But I think for 140 quid, you can't really turn your nose up at that. No, and like I think manufacturers have to have some sort of responsibility. So if you're putting out a promo shot or something, I think they have to be realistic with what they're putting out. I don't think they can put out a Porsche and then deliver you a fucking 3-wheel van. But at the same time, we all have to realise that, and we've all been in the game long enough to know that the promo shots are not what you're getting.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of a single time when I can hold up what I've got in hand against the promo shot and go, that's identical. It doesn't happen.
No.
Sometimes it's better.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better. A lot of the time, it's getting there, but it's not quite there.
Yeah.
But I think, Steve, you summed it up perfectly. Like 140 quid, 3 sculpts. It's going to be somewhere in the middle. I don't see what all the bitching and fucking complaining is about, to be fair. Let's wait until we get a few more in hand.
Yeah, totally. No, so it's value. At the end of the day, it's decent value for money.
Yeah.
It was never going to be a hot toy. So people just need to realize that.
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing that made me chuckle a bit over the Christmas period. Now we're all in these groups. You guys are in more groups than me because I'm not allowed in OSR. Not that I'm harping on about that, but so a lot of these ads have popped up. As you scroll through Facebook, you will see, and this one's a good example of when the video plays with this. It's of people bashing shit out of each other with stunt lightsabers.
Ah, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. Then it cuts to this video of the old Force replica ones, and then above it you've got holiday sale. Was it that's 1979 today?
$20. Yeah.
Fuck off! Like, no chance is it. And the thing is, right? These get reported to Facebook all the time. They don't do fuck all about it. They're not aimed at collectors. We know what this stuff is. They're aimed at the general public who are going to fall for it. Now, I was actually gobsmacked the amount of these I saw shared within the groups going, is this a scam? And I was like, well, no, don't get me wrong. Even if you've been within, and I actually, I think I can't remember which group it was in. I had this argument. It was a statue group. Someone had got hold of one of these videos, and it was of the John Wick, the Hot Toys John Wick. And he'd shared it and they said, how come they can produce a figure like this for 40 quid and the price of our statues are through the roof? And I was like, whoa, hang on. That's not 40 quid. That's a fucking scam. It's not 40 quid. It's 250. So your argument's not, it's a scam ad. Your advert's not valid. Yeah. And he goes, oh yeah, but the statues are still expensive. Said they very well. I said they may well be, but you're not comparing apples to apples here. And then some other bloke chimed in and went, well, I said on Facebook, and I don't do scam ads. I was like, I can't believe I'm having to explain to fucking grown-ups that this is a scam ad. And obviously not every listing you fucking see on Facebook is a scam ad, you fucking cretin. But the amount of this I saw on the groups, oh, is this fake? Or, oh, look, another one. Oh, look, another one. Brilliant. I don't need to see it fucking 40 times a day. Ignore it, report it. You don't have to share it in the groups.
No. It made me laugh. Even if you did end up getting a product that looked, vague like it, if you had tried fighting with it like that, about 3 hits, you'd fuck all the LEDs.
If you
and the blade would crack.
If you took that Force FX lightsaber there and you fucking twatted each other with it, you smash it within about 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the bit that made me laugh. I was like, no.
It's just, I mean, there was one for the Hot Toys Court Scale Joker. They had that at like 40 quid.
Oh, right, yeah.
A Mark 42 quarter scale again. Darth Vader again, I saw that today, 70 quid.
Oh, yeah.
But people sharing them to the groups and going, is this a scam? Or, oh, look, I found another one. I don't want to fucking know. Like, just fuck off. Like, report it. Leave a comment on there saying this is fake to stop all the fucking mums with 12-year-olds who go, oh, this would be really good for them. But why? I just, the actual, it was like all the fucking idiots that crawled out of the woodwork over Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. Just ignore it. So yeah, that probably pissed me off more than it ever should have. And then this one's brilliant as well. Zach sent us through this that he saw.
Do you like my censoring?
I do.
No, it was me. It wasn't Zach. It was me.
Oh, it was you. So I thought Zach had sent it through.
No, I think Zach commented on it.
Yes, sorry. So Steve had Steve shared this. I don't know why you shared this, Steve.
Someone shared it with me. It was actually Zach that built it.
Yeah. The next Joy of Hobbying video is going to get really interesting. Really, as he's hairing pubes.
Yes.
And this harks back to what we were on about fucking weeks back. Why the fuck would anyone buy this? Why would you have it in your collection? Why would you,
Just for transparency, if anyone wants to see what was looking, if you go on eBay and search for Sideshow naked Harley Quinn statue, you'll find it very quickly.
The thing that I can't get my head around is how you even found this, because you're like, well, look, I have the search saved here.
I didn't find it. Someone shared it with me. But I mean, it is why the point of this is why would you even build this thing?
So,
I mean, it's really well done. But
yeah. So how has it been? Is it a quarter scale?
It's I think.
How's it been made then?
No, it's a premium format quarter scale.
Yeah. So they bring one out and someone's just bunged it on a naked body?
No, it's not a naked body. I think what they've done is they've re-sculpted the central portion into a naked body, and then put the rest of the Sideshow statue on. It's quite clever what they've done, but
why?
Yeah.
Like, do they not have, like, obviously they've got the internet, but there's other things you can knock one out to. That's just ridiculous.
Well,
he's actually selling. He's done the same with the Red Sonja statue as well. the Sideshow one.
Yeah,
he's done a very similar thing with that. I mean, obviously
Is she ginger down there?
No, it's the topless only.
Oh,
I mean, that would probably go down a treat on a lot of the Python groups, to be fair, because they love all that.
Oh, it would do, yeah.
It reminds me of
interesting choice of the collar and cuffs on this one, though. I mean, she's got blonde hair and she's very dark down below.
Yes. Yeah. I just don't get why. Who would buy it? Where would they display it? What would they do? Just get out for 5 minutes a day? Like,
how much is it on for?
1,800 quid.
Oh, yeah!
Fucking hell!
You can probably get one of those full robot latex thingies.
I don't know. Could you pay?
Could you?
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
When I first got it,
I'm shocked how you know the price. I just, the fuck is wrong with people?
It's
wrong with people. I mean, it reminds me. So, what I have seen quite a lot of on the groups, and it's the same kind of thing. Is I think it was on the Sideshow group. Let Your Geek Sideshow, and I'll be honest with you, I'm only pretty much a member of that group because some of the posts make me piss myself laughing. I see some proper stupidity on that group, and some absolutely brilliantly weird stuff. It just keeps me entertained. And one of the posts was of someone had got the Hot Toys Ray and Kylo.
Yes,
put Ray on a Python body, laid them on top of each other and draped the cape over, and they were like, I don't want any negative posts because there's a lot of fan art, and I've got an actual painted picture of this and I've recreated it, and it's art. It's very artistic. Dear. I'm like, oh, fuck off, you weirdo! Like, what is
this? Is how 50 Shades of Grey started, because that was a Twilight fan fiction, wasn't it? And it's just like, just stop, don't do it.
Yeah, I just no. Just why? And you see it on a lot of the Python groups, and you just think, why? Like, there's plenty of other ways to show the world you're a sad, overweight virgin than to do that.
Unfortunately, somebody's obviously using those dicks.
Oh,
yeah. Because put them in? Well, we're gonna have 50 Shades of Palpatine next, aren't we? That's what it will be.
Oh, hang on, the collector. Just look at the recent ones with Tony Stark. I don't want to. It would scare me.
Who's he been getting it on with?
I don't know. Well, I'm hoping. I was thinking more this statue, just a premium format of Tony Stark with his cock out.
Oh no!
Yeah, the Iron Schlong.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about. Did you see that thing on there today? The Ray-Bens. That made me laugh. It's Ray and Ben Solo with sunglasses on. It was done like a Ray-Ban outfit. I thought it was quite funny.
Yeah, no, I did see that. That was pretty good. So yeah, the weird and wonderful.
You gotta love it.
Has thrown us out some truly terrific group shenanigans. Harley Quinn's muff, everyone, brilliant. Yes,
Go check it out on eBay.
So, do you know people sometimes think that the hobby we have is slightly strange?
And
this
doesn't help, does it? It doesn't help.
It really doesn't. And the thing is, now your mate sent you the link to this, Steve. when you go to search for anything on eBay, your phone's going to go, he obviously likes this kind of stuff. And that's all that's going to be on there is adverts now.
I've just been on my eBay homepage, and this is the first thing you find on there now. So I'm going to have to search for about half a dozen other things, so it gets
clear it off. Yeah,
so the missus doesn't come. Steve, are you actually thinking of buying that? Are you?
Yeah. What the fuck have you pre-ordered now? Cool. Okay, so that was Harley Quinn and her muff and fake ads and fucking whatever else pissed me off this week. So Custom Corner. It's been a pretty light Custom Corner. Mm-hmm. I'm going to keep plugging it because I think he's doing some fantastic fucking work. But Inigo is he's given us a date. He got till the 10th to jump on this, which is the V4. I really, really would have jumped on this, but I'm not. I'm being a good boy. I'm being good. But you're getting this, aren't you, Pete?
I am. Yes. So my order's in. Just one. To go with obviously the Iris clothing set. So I just thought it'd be interesting to put it up there just in case anybody was looking to get on there to obviously get their order in the next week.
Because the date came up over Christmas.
It did,
people kind of missed it.
Yeah, but exactly.
They are fantastic.
I mean, there's no mention of sort of when they're likely to be sent out, but obviously, he's going to cut it off.
Yeah, so and these scopes really hold their value as well. I was on eBay the other week, and there was a V2 and a Smiling sculpt, and someone was selling them for 250 quid each.
Wow. So, painted? Was that all?
That was painted, yeah.
Yeah. No, I could see that, yeah.
So, they're worth they're worth jumping on. They really are. And the only other thing, Custom Corner, which I don't have a slide for because I didn't tell Pete about it, is our good friend at Watto's Scrapyard.
Oh, yes.
He's killing it lately. I know I said this last time, but he is proper killing it. So he did the... did you play the Star Wars Battlefield game? The newest one?
I haven't.
So I've just played the campaign recently, actually.
So do you know, is it the bird's dad, who's the Imperial officer? Yes. I've forgotten his name. But he's just done him. He's done a load of the other... Say that again, you broke up.
It's Admiral Versio.
That's it, Admiral Versio. So he's just done an Admiral Versio. He's also done a lot of the other moths that are all sitting around the table at the beginning of A New Hope.
Is this all 12th scale?
He can do it in 6 or 12.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
So he just blows them up. So I've got the Darth Talon off him that I started painting up, and it is very. So
where's he getting the files from? Is he?
He's working with a sculptor.
Wow,
I don't know who the
really
sculptor
good,
is.
and they're coming in so fast. So that Carl Weathers one was brilliant. From The Mandalorian.
Yeah, Dean was saying he's asked him to do a couple of scopes.
Yes.
And he said within about a day he had them back.
Amazing.
And that was it. Wow. The sculpted, ready to go.
He needs to do the moth from The Mandalorian as well.
He's done him.
Chicken Man.
Done it. Is it? Has he?
Yeah. He's done it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. He jumped on that straight away. And I was digging my bits and pieces out in my box. And I was thinking, okay, so I actually have Imperial uniforms that I might be able to knock that up.
Thinking,
So he's absolutely killing it. He's also been giving me updates on the 1/6 blurg he's doing as well. And that thing is fucking mental. It took 17 hours to print a leg.
Bloody hell.
Gonna be fucking massive. Because I was curious. I was like, could you print one in 1/6? He goes, probably. And then he's like, yeah, here you go, look, printing it. I'm like, whoa. Wow. I mean, he's just got banks of resin printers on the go. I think the leg was about as big as the 12th blurg he was doing. So he's fucking killing it. Like I'm gonna have a proper think about head scopes I want done next year, and just give him a list and go, right, how much to do these? Because I've always wanted a 1/6 scale Delboy and Rodney from Only Fools and Horses.
Right, yeah.
And the scopes are going to be the hardest bit. So if I can go, these are the people I want. Can you do them? And like thinking about all the Star Wars stuff I want.
I know it just opens up, just like your brain.
I mean, if he sat and went right, I'm going to start doing armor kits and stuff like that. If he did a Mandalorian armor kit, I'd be on it. I would be on it, 100%.
We're going to get that from Hot Toys, though, aren't we?
Yeah,
that's going to happen. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I reckon we get the Beskar kit with, and they'll have a DX. You'll get the Baby Yoda with it, and you'll get all the little trinkets and stuff. The jetpack, the lot. You'll get the lot.
Yeah. Cool. I've got another couple of things I was gonna not necessarily custom corner, but if we've kind of and that, apparently Super Mad Toys are very close to releasing their Hunter D from Blade Runner.
How long's that been going on for?
2 years.
That's a long time.
Good 2 years, because the only reason I've got any interest at all is because I've got one pre-ordered at KG Hobby to basically just see how the sculpts turn out, to see whether I want to upgrade my old Indy, Kingdom Skull Indy, because I've also got the Force Awakens Han Solo one on there, which I quite like. But the shots of the Superman one look pretty good, and I know there's a couple of other indie collectors out there that are looking to do the same thing. So what I'll probably do is, my plan was to get it, choose which of the two. So you get two skulls. One's like a fairly normal one, and one's a bit sort of battle damaged and stuff. Pick one of the sculpts, use that, and then sell it on, for 25 quid less or something. With just the one sculpt. So they're saying that it's almost ready. So it'd be interesting to see if that is actually true.
Pete, you're gonna need to build another Indiana Jones for the new film next year.
We'll see. You see, he's got a Call of the Wild coming out in February. You seen the trailer for that?
No,
that's full on. And he's full on beard, isn't he? And
have you seen the meme that's going around for that?
No.
It's fucking brilliant.
Is it?
He's saying along the lines, if you got a picture of him, and he's got his hand over the dog, his arm over the dog, and he goes, when you're out in the woods and you pick some weird mushrooms, and for the next 30 years you imagine that you're flying around the galaxy with a giant space alien.
Oh, that's funny.
I've seen that.
Then the other thing was, so we'll see about that. And the other thing was to go back to. Remember a few episodes ago, I was bitching about QMX and how they've fucked up the Star Wars line.
Was it Scotty?
Well, Sulu was the one that I had. Yeah. So,
oh my!
The way it went is that they, for some reason or other, Planet Action Figures had a batch agreed with QMX. They are the official UK distributor for QMX, and then for some reason, some twat went, what was selling to Sideshow. So they completely fucked us all over. We'd all paid up front, 180 quid up front, imminent. So I basically ended up, I got rid of my order, swapped it for something else. I got a Return of the Jedi Trooper and sold it on. So I'm quits there. And I think we chatted about it, Ian, and said, maybe I'll pick one up eventually. Well, the whole thing's a mess. I decided that actually, if the line's going to end there, then I wouldn't mind actually getting the Sulu. So I've pre-ordered it on Sideshow because they're saying it's out Jan-Feb, and I thought, what, I'll just deal with the postage and the customs and stuff. It'll still probably come about 180 by the time it gets to me. And I thought, I'll wait and see. I'll see what's going on there. Meanwhile, the thread on SSF keeps rolling, and Nanjin Tim, who's the guy that was instrumental in getting this line going, has now parted ways with QMX. They've fucked him over.
Was he?
Wow. He no longer works for them now.
And
it's such a mess. And basically, he's said that they've just basically screwed it all up. He was working to get a production line going where they could get these figures out, at a cheaper price. Sort of the 150 mark, and get them out quickly. And they were doing that quite quickly with the ones that they did get out. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I've got this order with Sideshow. I'll hopefully get this, and then that'll be it. Nanjin's then telling me that there's no way they're going to fulfill those orders. So I'm like, why? And he said, well, there's a critical piece of the figure that isn't being produced anymore. So I was going through, going, what is it? Blah, 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 blah. It's the body, apparently, because it's a different body.
Oh no, right.
So I don't know if they're actually going to be able to get any. So
yeah, because they were using the same body for all the same figures, weren't they? All the different figures having the same body, and
But they've just re-released Kirk and Spock 2.0s, and they're available now, and people are getting those. But Sulu is a mystery. Nanjin's saying if you haven't got Scotty and Sulu now, then you never will.
Wow.
So I'm interested to see what will happen with Sidejack. Like, how long will they keep me waiting? You know,
Before
with this,
they just say we can't fulfill it.
say we can't fulfill it and give me all my money back. But it's an interesting one, and I don't know. I'm inclined to believe Nanjin because I know that he was very instrumental in the whole thing.
The problem is if he's parted ways with them, he no longer knows what's going on.
No.
So if they decide that we haven't got any of those bodies anymore, but we're going to substitute them with a different body, he wouldn't know that.
No, and I don't.
He only knows up to the point he left.
Yeah, and I don't care if they stick another body on it. You know, it's. I think it was on a slimmer Asian type body. Well, we can get hold of those, no problem. You know. But
sends the outfit in front of the gang up.
Yeah, because basically, the last job he did for them was to basically deliver the. So he was running the factory in wherever, China, or what have you, and then he was supplying those figures to QMX. So his last job was to deliver the 2.0 Kirk and Spock, which I think the paint job's possibly a little bit better, and they're on different bodies and stuff, but there's not a lot of difference. So obviously a lot of people have jumped on those because they missed out on the first releases, and some of those were going for stupid money. For a while. So it's just I'll just sort of throw that out there, and I'll keep you posted as to whether or not he ever turns up, or I get any kind of correspondence to say, well, we're working. We're working with the supplier, and you know, do you want to wait, or do you want, So just an odd one. It's a shame. It's a shame because I would have liked to have got the big 7.
Does Aaron not know anything about it? Planet.
No, I think he just got screwed over. He's gone quiet on it. And there's I mean, people have still got pre-orders with him, and I don't know what he's communicating with them. I mean, I just got out of there. I just got my money back because I didn't want to hang around.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I've seen it on Sideshow, and I'm thinking, well, okay, well, they got them all last time. If anyone's going to get any more, then it'll be them.
So you're almost better off just trying to wait for a second-hand one to come up.
Yeah, I know. So
realistically, that's probably going to be your only opportunity to get one.
Yeah. So I have had a look. There's been a couple come up on eBay, but they were quite expensive. So I've got my last flex pay. It was only over 2 payments, but on the 6th of Jan. So it'll be interesting to see what happens after that.
I keep going into we got a comic book shop in Horsham, Gobsmack Comics. They're pretty good, to be fair. They've got a lot of they haven't got a lot of collectibles, but they've got a lot of like NECA stuff and that kind of ilk. And they've got a few 1/6 bits, but nothing to write home about. A load of old Sideshow stuff in the display case, but they have up on the wall a QMX Picard. And every time I go in there, I'm like, ooh, that does look nice. And but he's got it in there for I think it was 160 odd quid, and I was like, it's not 160 quid's worth, and particularly because he's opened it and it's displayed, I'm like, that always puts me off. But the next gen stuff they were showing, I think at the last Comic-Con was really good because it had Data, Worf, Jewelry, all that kind of stuff. And I was a bit like, well, because Next Generation was what I watched when I was younger. I was like, possibly, but then with all this stuff Pete's been
I mean, there's no, I mean, the TNG line, people are just writing off and saying, Picard is going to be the start and the end of that. But then I don't know what QMX are doing because they've not got a lot else going on.
Well, they had a load of Khan figures.
They're doing the Pennywise, weren't they?
Yes, they are, yeah.
But then Hot Toys came out with the Pennywise, so is that killed it for them?
Yeah. But I thought, they had a good deal going on there, and I don't know what they've done, whether or not I mean, I guess they could have creative differences with Nanjing, but that's not enough to kind of just shoot themselves in the foot. I think.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, the problem is, as soon as anyone leaves a company, they know the truth up to a certain point.
Yeah, exactly.
So for all we know, they've got someone better in. They're going to finish off all these lines.
Yeah.
But as per usual, I don't think it's just QMX. I think it's generally most toy companies that deal with 1/6 scale aren't great at communication. They release stuff when they want. There's no firm schedule to anything. So I'm afraid it's going to be a suck it and see what happens.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll, and obviously if they can't deliver, then they'll just have to give me all my money back, including the NRD. So, I'm not worried about it. They can just hold on to it for a few months and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. True. So I think that's about us. I think we're sorted. I see. And I was thinking that was going to be a short show, hour and a half.
Yeah, we do talk a lot of bollocks, so
we do.
String out.
Yeah. We can. We can string it out. We can make some things last, just not everything. So that's it. So thank you everyone in the comments for joining us.
Cheers all.
With us, letting us
Happy
know
New Year. And
Happy New Year and Shalom.
Look forward to
all that.
All that bollocks.
Good year of collecting. Lots to talk about and stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's been, and I think last year was quite good for us as well because we started this up 9 episodes already, which ain't too bad. No one's rumbled us quite yet. No. So it's been good. It's been a good one. So so it is the usual goodbye. Oh, fucking shout outs. I almost just fucked off without saying the obligatory shout out to everyone at CW, the boys at Small Talk, 6 Scale Scavengers, all that malarkey. You're all doing great. We love you to bits. You guys want to shout anyone
out? No, we're good. I listened to Small Talk today. It was quite funny hearing is it Dylan's dog snoring away like a little pig. Made me laugh. So
I even got a mention on that one with my Batman with his belly button.
You did. You filled in his belly button apparently. I thought that added very dirty.
Just straight into it. No, I just pulled the belt up. To be fair, because it's not on the Batman, on the Hot Toys Arkham Batman. If you take the belt off and lower it, you've got this little nib that's a little indentation that the belt leaves right where his belly button should be. So if you lower the belt too much, it looks like he's got a belly button.
Right.
It's almost the same.
He's not meant to have a belly button. It's just
it's just an indentation. It's on all of them.
It really looks like a belly button.
Yeah, they put it in there on purpose, and then the belt kind of sits in the groove. But it's unnecessary and looks like a fucking belly button. So all fun and games. But I must admit my shout out sounded like I couldn't give a shit then either. But I do honestly. I care about you all. You're all fantastic. But so anyway, that is a bye from me.
Yeah, bye from me.
Yeah, and from me.
See you guys later.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.